Number 10. Farrah Abraham. The popular show Teen Mom's Farrah Abraham landed in the ER back in 2015 after she got lip injections that left her with a duck face. Farrah was no stranger to plastic surgery when she got the botched lip injections. She had already gotten her breasts increased from a size C to a whopping size D back in 2013. And while her previous experiences with plastic surgery may have been okay, the 2015 experience was anything but. At 23 years old, she revealed through a tweet that her lip injections went so badly that she had to check into the emergency room. The problem was that her top lip became way too swollen. We've all heard of the duck lips, but this was a serious duck lip. The hospital staff put her in a hospital bed, gave her powerful painkillers, and she had to stay in the hospital until the swelling in her lip went down. When nurses admitted her, the top lip was roughly 10 times larger than the lower lip. Definitely not what she had intended through the operation. Sadly, people on social media ridiculed her mercilessly. Farrah had been trying to improve herself, and yet the internet mocked her, with some people comparing her to Leela from the animated series Futurama. Some people even said she looked like Moe Szyslak from The Simpsons. The good news is that the swelling has gone down, and Farrah is back to normal. Number 9. Amanda Lepore. The media quoted Amanda Lepore as saying, "I've got the most expensive body on earth." The trans party mogul and enormous star in the New York party scene revealed in 2014 how her transformation, which started at 19, was incredibly painful. She had 3 breast augmentations, buttocks implants, and had her bottom ribs broken so that she would appear to have a smaller waist. It was an unusual procedure that was illegal in the US, which meant she had to go to Mexico to get the procedure done. The Mexican doctors broke the floating rib in the back and pushed it in. That way, there was no scar. But Amanda didn't stop there. She's had several nips and tucks, giving her what some say is the perfect hourglass figure. But she had a lot more done than just molding her figure the way she always wanted. She also had lip injections, fillers, at least 1 nose job, a lowered hairline, a forehead lift, and plenty of Botox. When asked who her inspirations were for all the work, she replied Marilyn Monroe and Jessica Rabbit. Amanda said that she did not want to emulate the girls she grew up with, the very people who made fun of her. Instead, she wanted to look like a real-life movie star. Amanda never determined how much money all her procedures cost, but admitted it was a lot. She also acknowledged that by far the most painful procedure she had done was switching from male to female. She said it didn't hurt when she got it done at the hospital, but the healing process was agonizing. Number 8. Katie Price. Reality star Katie Price had her very first procedure done in 1998, a typical breast augmentation, moving her from a size B cup to a size C cup. It would be the first of many procedures. She had another augmentation done in 1999, back when her name was Jordan, and then another one a year later to take her to a 32G cup. She met her husband Peter Andre in 2007 and shrunk down to a 32F, then 32D, but Katie went back up in 2012. 2 years later, she changed her mind and went back down again to a 32B. This was right before having to remove the implants completely because all that work had caused them to get infected. But the infection was only a minor setback. In June 2016, the mother of 5 went to a clinic in Brussels and was under the knife yet again. She settled on having 32 double G bust. The next year in July, she wanted to fix her sagging cheeks and blurred jawline and underwent more plastic surgery. And in May 2019, she got a second facelift done in Turkey. Believe it or not, Katie admitted that before this second facelift, she had found her own body disgusting. And since 2019, she's gotten at least 6 more procedures. Katie spent over $500,000 on surgeries and even over $120,000 just to have perfect teeth. She says she's not addicted to surgery and has compared her body to a vehicle, saying if you got a scratch or dent in your car, you would fix it. And that's exactly how Katie feels about her body. She says she's not trying to look younger and definitely not trying to look like an alien, but just wants to feel good. And you can't fault her for that. Number 7. Joan Van Ark. Joan Van Ark was extremely famous between the 1970s and 1990s. She starred in soap operas like Dallas, and then moved on to other shows like The Young and the Restless in 2004. But her looks have changed a lot throughout the years. And in 2020, a source who had recently seen Joan told the Globe that it looked as though her face was melting. The insider also said they felt sad to see Van Ark in the state she was in, and that she should have left things well enough alone. Plastic surgeon Dr. Anthony Yoon told the National Enquirer that Van Ark's appearance is almost certainly because of one or more facelifts, which have caused her neckline and jawline to look unnaturally tight. He also believes she's had a brow lift and Botox, and that she should stop immediately. Joan Van Ark never liked the way she looked. This is according to the same insider, who said it now looks like her face is melting. The insider said Joan's looks have always disappointed her, and that once she had money, she improved herself with plastic surgery. It's a sad case, because this time, the surgery didn't seem to do what Joan had hoped, and there isn't exactly any way of reversing it. Number 6. MICHAELA Romanini. MICHAELA Romanini was born on the 1st of January 1971. The Italian national began her modeling career in the 1990s and became an international beauty icon. She was a natural stunner from a rich family who made her way to the top even without a modeling agency. She's been called the Paris Hilton of Italy for her fame, beauty, and success. But like so many beautiful people with a lot of money, MICHAELA turned to plastic surgery. Those close to her say that MICHAELA, almost certainly as a byproduct of the world she had entered at a young age, became obsessed with perfectionism. She always needed to be perfect and ultimately beautiful. She was unhappy with her lips when she first had her experience with plastic surgery. Even though most would have agreed that they were already plump enough, she went under the knife anyway. But the surgery did not change her face in the way she had desired, and instead turned her lips into something that many thought looked strange. From here on, it was a downward spiral. Botox, collagen injections, everything to get the perfect face. What happened was a slow transformation from the 100% natural woman who had succeeded as a model to a person who looked completely different. Number 5. JOCELYN Wildenstein. JOCELYN Wildenstein is a New York socialite who has allegedly spent over $5 million on surgical procedures. Looking at her before and after pictures, you can see all that money transformed JOCELYN into a different person. Her nickname is Catwoman. JOCELYN was born in Switzerland and was married to a wealthy art dealer, Alec Wildenstein, who passed away in 2008. One of the more strange things about JOCELYN is that she and her husband had shared a bizarre love for cats, and this had inspired some of her procedures. For example, it's believed she has undergone canthopexy, a procedure designed to elevate the eyes and make them look more like cat eyes. JOCELYN also underwent eyelid surgery, a facelift, chin augmentation, and received several implants and lip injections. And even when she was 71 years old in 2018, JOCELYN said she was nowhere near finished with plastic surgery. She also denied any rumors that she's addicted to the thrill. Number 4. Pete Burns. Pete Burns was quoted in an interview in 2016, saying, "I hope when I'm 80, when I get to heaven, God doesn't recognize me." Pete knew exactly how different he looked in 2016 compared to 35 years earlier when he was bursting onto the British pop scene as the frontman of the group Dead or Alive. But tragically, on October 24, 2016, he passed away from a heart attack at 57. The passing was sudden. It took everyone by surprise, and adoring fans have missed him ever since. Not only did Pete leave behind an outstanding music career and a legacy that will surely last, but he was also one of the more interesting celebrity transformations anyone has ever seen. After the 1985 single that propelled Pete to stardom, he started experimenting with plastic surgery. If you don't know what song he sang, think "Spin You Right Round Baby Right Round." His first procedure was to fix his broken nose, something simple to help his self-esteem while on camera. But he was unhappy with the results, so he underwent a corrective procedure. 300 more procedures would follow this, give or take a few. Many procedures he had done for his nose, lots of cheekbone implants, lip augmentations, and much more. In a 2010 interview with ABC, Pete said he saw himself as clay and that he could mold himself however he saw fit. Some people may have thought he looked strange, but Pete was perfectly happy, transforming himself any way he desired. Number 3. CARLA Bruni. Carla Bruni is a European singer and fashion model who caught the attention of the former president of France, Nicolas Sarkozy, and married him in 2008. In 2012, Carla was 44 years old. She was also under attack by a vicious Los Angeles skin expert named Dr. Ben Benham. The doctor, a leading dermatologist in America, said she had gotten too much Botox and that she looked like a chipmunk. His exact words were, "She's had way too much done." The woman, who had once been on the cover of Christian Dior and Givenchy, had gotten a lateral brow lift and fillers in her cheeks. But according to the doctor, the results did not make her look natural. According to everyone else, it was none of the doctor's business. The problem was that Carla married the president of France, and ever since, the media captured her in the ugliest light possible. She became the focus of the French media, and they posted unflattering photographs of her everywhere. It was around the same time she gave birth to her first baby. And after the baby, she started getting Botox and fillers, and by the looks of it, she became a bit addicted. Even so, it was only because of her relationship with the president that everyone bullied her so relentlessly. Number 2. Heidi Montag. TV star Heidi Montag recently admitted that she sometimes regrets all the plastic surgery she has gotten through the years, specifically the roughly 10 procedures she had already gone through by the time she was 23. Her revelation came as she was dancing TikTok, and all anyone was interested in talking about were her surgeries. It was in 2010 when the Hill star underwent 10 procedures in a single day. Heidi didn't just get one thing fixed. She put her money together to do all the operations she could in one big sweep. She got a brow lift, a chin reduction, Botox injections, and more. And then afterward, she endured a devastating recovery process. When asked about her surgeries back then, Heidi said she felt better, looked better, and was way happier. She also said she was planning to continue using surgery to remain as perfect as she could be. But now at 32, Heidi has a much different outlook on the procedures. She says that she was too young to make such a decision, and that the only reason she did it was that she was under pressure. 2010 was the beginning of the comments section, the start when people could say whatever they wanted online. All the negativity and hate that Heidi saw on the internet motivated her to look even better than she already did. Number 1. Courtney Cox. Courtney Cox is, without a doubt, one of the most famous people in Hollywood. The legendary Friends star has gotten a lot of cosmetic procedures done since the show ended, and more recently, she's been getting candid about these procedures. She's about to turn 60, and she looks a lot different than she did in her 30s, and even in her 40s. The reason isn't age, it's surgery. According to Courtney herself, there was a time when she tried to chase her youth. She realized that she was getting older, and her face was changing, and she didn't like it. It wasn't until much later that she realized that she was looking extremely strange. All the injections and things she was doing to her face were making her look weird, and she admitted it. Courtney is now embracing her age. She opened up about all this stuff in February 2022 while promoting her new TV series Shining Veil. Courtney now says she's happy with who she is, how she looks, and how old she is. She also said that it was about the time when the public began talking negatively about her looks that she said to herself, "I have to stop." And so even though you might see some crazy pictures of her online, they're probably old and out of date. Courtney's transformation from this point on is going to be a natural one. Would you rather receive a botched nose job or a bad batch of cheek implants? Let me know which would be worse in the comments, and thanks a lot for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to help support the channel, and I'll see you again soon for another incredible video. Bye!